lovely. So who wants to know how to make more sales and start 2024 with a bang? Give me a 2024 in the comments if that is you. Give me a 2024 in the comments if that is you. So, here's the thing. Empires are not built on getting a customer once. Empires are not built on getting a customer once. Empires, freedom, financial security, financial freedom, aka empires are built on repeat business. Empires are built on repeat business. 2024 Chelsea, fantastic. So, repeat business. So for so many business owners though, there's a couple of things happening. You either have repeat business, but you're finding it very difficult to scale because you're swapping time for money. So a lot of your time is being swapped for that repeat business, which means we only have so many hours and so much energy in the day, right? We only have so much time, so many hours and energy in a day. So it's unscalable, or it's going to get to a certain degree where it is unscalable. And just wondering what I think my dog's cozying up there. So for some of you, you either don't have an offer for your product or your service that is designed to have repeatable business, whether that's your own offer or an affiliate offer. So you don't have a product or a service that is designed to have repeat business. So you're either finding it difficult to have repeat business because you're swapping time for money. And so, like I said, there's only so many hours and you only have so much energy in the day. So it becomes unscalable. You're going to hit an income ceiling, right? Or you don't have an office suite set up for repeat business. So maybe you've got a one-time offer that has a timestamp on it. Or perhaps you have an office suite set up where you can take repeat business, but you're not doing a great job on retention, on that client retention, meaning keeping your clients long term. So let me know in the comments which one you would fall into. Let me know in the comments. Excuse me. Hello. What you been up to, little madam? So that doesn't mean that this afternoon you are going to go and get yourself into a mad panic and think that you have to have this problem solved immediately. Okay, so I don't want you to go into this afternoon and start panicking that you have to start solving this immediately. So there's nothing that you need to stress about right this minute. But you know, if you want to go into 2024, and we don't want to finish 2024 the way we are finishing 2023, then at some point we have to start to think about this. This is a strategic conversation. Okay, let me know in the comments if this is making sense. So the next thing that I want you to think about is, how do I retain the clients inside my office suite, because it is 70% easier for you to keep a client once and they've come into your world versus having that extra pressure to go out and get new clients on repeat. Brilliant, Chelsea. So I'll repeat that again. It's 70% easier for you to keep a client once and they've come into your world versus having that extra pressure to go out and get a new client or get new clients on repeat. Nobody teaches you how to keep and retain clients for the long term. So the minute that you want to build your empire, meaning you want to have more financial freedom for less time and energy involved from you, what that means in the dynamics is within your community and your client's world starts to change. And so you need to know how to retain people when you're speaking to the many rather than just speaking one-to-one every single week. Okay, so I'm not saying that how you finish in 2023 is wrong. You know, we're growing every single day. We're growing every single month, we're growing every single year. But what I'm saying is, if you want to get off the frigging hamster wheel, the hamster wheel of swapping your time and your energy and getting money in return for one-on-one client work, then you need to start thinking about your office suite and the retention for 2024. Okay, you need to start thinking about that. So yes, so it's not to take away from the work that you've done this year, but I really want us as a community to really think about that. Okay, I want us to start to think about, you know, where do you want to be this time next year? Because this time next year can look incredibly different for you if you are prepared to start thinking about it and doing the work now. Okay, so let me know in the comments if I'm making sense, and drop any questions. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, but let me know if you're with me and this is making sense to you. Coffee's gone cold. I don't like cold coffee. I don't know how anyone can actually go and buy cold coffee. I just think it's awful. Good morning, Kelvin. Good morning, Kelvin. So, I don't care what service or product that you have, I can absolutely turn your product or service into a retention or a retained office suite with repeat business. You can absolutely do that. You just don't know how to do that yet, or you think you might know how to do it, but you've probably thought that it seems like too much work or there's just too much involved. And again, that's probably because you've been trying to figure it out all by yourself, or you're not even going there yet. Okay, so we really need to be thinking about this. And again, it's thinking about it now so that your 2024 looks completely different. So in 2024, you're not swapping time and energy for money. Okay, so you're getting that repeat business. Those clients are staying with you long term. Okay, so who is feeling what I'm saying right now? Drop that in the comments. So the ways that you definitely need to be thinking about this time next year should be starting to think about it now. Okay, good morning, David. How are you? So this time next year, it's, it can look so much different. A lot can change over the next 12 months. Now, most people don't have a long time horizon. So even people in business, even people that call themselves being in business, whether you've been in business for 5 minutes or you've been in business for 10 years plus, most people are living in scarcity, freak out on survival mode, and so they keep telling themselves, I'll think about it later. Think about it later. I want freedom. I want more money for less time. I want to be able to have repeat business. I want to be able to start my month at a baseline revenue, six figures coming in without even lifting a finger. Most of you want that, but then you're falling short of actually strategically thinking about it, right? So now's the time to start thinking about it. Now's the time to start thinking about it. So this is where it's time to dial in your vision. Because if you are in business, you absolutely have a vision, right? Without a doubt, you're doing something that most people don't give themselves permission to do. And that is play a bigger frigging game than what society told us we were supposed to do. Okay? Morning, Tracy. So get your 9 to 5. Your little house, your 2.4 children, pay off your mortgage for 25 years. Then when you're retired and you've got no energy because you're freaking old, that is not what we're going to live our life like. Unfortunately, some of you are still spinning your wheels and telling yourself things that are gonna get better. But you're not actually doing the strategic work to make things happen. Morning. Oh, don't you worry, Tracy. Don't you worry. So give me a #real if you know that this conversation is real and it's said with love. Even if it's a little bit difficult to hear. Drop me an #real. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want you to be where you are today, this time next year. Because I want you to grow. I want you to have more of what you've already been building. Not to take away from the results that you have worked on this year. So really honor yourself for those results that you've been getting this year. So next year, this time next year, we should be having a different conversation because the work will have been done. You'll be clear on what your strategy is. You'll be clear on how to set up your office suite. An office suite that is unique to you, to your service or your product that retains clients. An office suite that retains clients. You'll know how to sell it to them and you'll know how to keep them in it. Because don't just think that because people come in that they're going to stay. There's an art to being able to retain clients and customers on a long-term basis in a container which doesn't involve you being their accountability buddy one-on-one. Okay, so you actually might have done drop an hashtag done if you've already done your own planning vision. Okay, drop an hashtag done if you've already done a planning vision in the past. Now, some of you might have done them, but it makes you feel good at the time, and you execute nothing, and you're still in the same position 6 months later because you write it down. What you do with it, you write it down, you fill out a pretty little booklet, and it makes you feel good at the time, and then you don't execute on it, and you're still in the position 6 months later. Am I right or am I wrong? Give me a right or a wrong, or a wrong in the comments. I've got my dog down there if you're wondering what I'm looking at. She's making some funny noises. So reach out to me if you know that you want bigger things, and really get clear on the strategy for the next 12 months and how you can bring that vision to life. Okay, and which means that you're going to be able to start executing, so that this time next year you have a deeper degree of freedom. And for me, freedom is that I don't have to look at my bank balance or my calendar to say yes to anything. Give me a hashtag freedom if you like my definition of freedom. Put me an hashtag freedom if you like my definition of freedom. So freedom for me is I know that I don't have to look at my bank account or my calendar to say yes to anything. And I love my life and I love my business, and it's not all consuming. I'm living it on my terms, and I'm having the time of life. Drop me an hashtag freedom if you like that definition of freedom. And so that's all I have to say today, guys. So now